Today I'm going to be talking about the worst perfumes that I tried in 2025. Obviously, so far we still have a couple more months. I think this year probably I had the most disappointments. I just think the perfume world is so oversaturated with scents. It's kind of hard at this point to come up with an original scent, and so for the most part I feel like most releases are just renditions of older scents that have already come out. So it's getting a little boring out here. It kind of takes a little bit more nowadays to get me excited about a perfume. Therefore, I had a lot of disappointments. And of course, I will also be making the best perfumes that I tried out this year because, you know, with the bad also comes good. There was actually some good ones as well in there. Not nearly as many as the disappointments. I'm gonna be doing that video probably towards more so the end of the year, just in case there's any new perfumes towards the end of the year that kind of surprise me. So we're gonna hold off on that, but I can definitely make the worst perfumes now because I have a long list. This video could literally be like a 2-part video if I really wanted it to, but we're gonna talk about the worst of the worst that I tried this year. So with all that said, let's get straight into it. Please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and turn your post notifications on, and let's get started. First major disappointment, and honestly I'm kind of happy that this ended up being a disappointment because it pretty much saved me $300, and that is the MFK Kirky perfume. So this came out earlier in the year and I was so excited about it, particularly because of the notes that it had. It had delicious candy-like notes, and I love my candy sweet scents, so I had high hopes, especially coming from MFK. Their perfumes are niche and they smell niche and just really luxurious, high quality. So I was like, you know, how are they going to fit all of this niche quality into a perfume that smells like candy? I just had a lot of high hopes, but ultimately I was extremely disappointed. It was not only boring, but it literally smelled off to me. It smelled like a mess of notes kind of all jumbled up together on my skin. Something about the mixture of the notes turned sour and it literally smelled like a rotten perfume on my skin. This could just be an issue of my skin chemistry just didn't accept this perfume, but man, this was big time disappointment. It has raspberry in the notes, it has gummy candies, fruity notes, white musk, vanilla, peach, all delicious notes, but I don't know why it did not work for me. It did not give off candy vibes, first of all, at all. Again, disappointment, but also kind of glad that it was a disappointment because it's nearly $300, so it saved me a good amount of money. Also, considering how strong MFK fragrances are, this perfume was just, it did not fit their vibe at all because it was really weak. This perfume was just a weird anomaly in the house of MFK, in my opinion. I haven't even sprayed perfumes out and I'm already sneezing. Like, what? My next huge disappointment is not a perfume, but it was a trio of body mists. And it is Sol de Janeiro's annual summer trio that they come out with every single summer. This year, it was immensely disappointing. These 3 body mists, I mean, you could get Bodycology fragrance mists from Walmart that are like $3 that smell better and more complex than these. I have never smelled a trio of more boring, lackluster, underwhelming body mists. I did a whole video on all 3 of these mists and going through each one and why I didn't like them, so you can go and watch that. I will link it up here. If you didn't get a chance to get your hands on this, I know it was limited edition. Trust me, you did not miss out on much because they were very boring. Next disappointment is Your Turn by Billie Eilish. I really like the packaging of this perfume, but I may just be biased in the sense that I just don't like this type of scent, and I also feel like it's a scent that is done a lot. This perfume is pretty much a dupe of Santal 33 from Le Labo, where it's like that really edgy, earthy, woodsy type of scent. This is listed as a unisex fragrance, and I will give it that. It definitely has an androgynous feel to it, so if you want like a true unisex scent, then this is it. But I would almost argue that it leans a little bit more on the masculine side than just like true unisex. So if you like something a little bit more dark and edgy and maybe a little earthy, then it may be something you're into, but I'm just not into that vibe, so this was a no for me. And then speaking of really boring scents that honestly were just a waste of a release, I know that's a little harsh, but the new Cosmic 2.0 by Kylie Jenner, I will say Cosmic, the original, is one of my favorite perfumes. It is such an incredible scent. It's actually really original for a celebrity perfume, and it gets trillions of compliments. I don't know what it is in that perfume, but it is so good. And unlike any perfume that I have, and like I said in the beginning of this video, that's kind of hard to do nowadays, but I found it really original. And I just feel like with the 2.0, this was just a waste of time, a waste of a release, because first of all, I didn't see that much of a difference between this and the original, which I know it's a flanker, but you still want a little bit of difference, because then why am I just spending more money to get a perfume that I already have? But other than that, I found it to be a little bit more floral, whereas the original I feel like had just a nice balance of floral and sweet, and it was just a lot of really good things all in one. It was pretty complex. In this one, the florals were what mainly stood out to me. Also from the marketing and the pictures of it and everything, it seemed like it would be a stronger version, and in my opinion, I feel like it was lighter than the original. The original is pretty long lasting to me, whereas this one, even though it looks like it would be stronger, it actually was quite the opposite. So just overall, just get the original Cosmic. It is a million trillion times better than the 2.0. Next, huge disappointment. This is Replica's Neverending Summer. So this was a summer release, obviously. This perfume is all about citrus notes, which should have been my first red flag. At first, I thought this was gonna be like a really fresh citrus, which was kind of confusing because when I smelled it, I definitely got the citrus and nothing else. And notes wise, it doesn't have that much citrus. Like you get bitter orange and Aperol in the top notes, that's about it. The rest of the notes are pretty like spicy. You have pepper, nutmeg, cardamom, Earl Grey tea, vetiver, cedarwood, patchouli, Peru balsam, cashmere, and vanilla. Do not waste almost like $200 and something on this perfume. Literally just buy cleaning products and put them all over you, and there you go. You have Replica's Neverending Summer. This perfume was just straight up cleaning product mess of a perfume. To me, I actually found it pretty repulsing and just like literally cleaning products in a bottle. I could maybe see you liking this if you just love extremely fresh aromatic citrus type of scents, but I mean extreme. Like you really have to love that scent for you to really like this. Other than that, I don't think this is a easy blind buy or anything like that. Like this was pretty polarizing. Next perfume, this was such a disappointment because I wanted to love this so much. I am constantly on the lookout for just like the perfect banana scent, and this was by Ellis Brooklyn. This is called Guava Granita, and this has not only banana, which I love, but it also has guava, and those are two notes I'm obsessed with. And then it's got coconut, melon, just like delicious sweet, juicy, fruity, but not like fresh fleeting fruits, more so deep rich sweet fruits. But I didn't really get that. In the opening, I did get the guava and the banana literally for like 2 seconds, but all you get in the dry down is just a generic coconutty sunscreen sunbum kind of scents. And there's so many scents like that, body mist, like a trillion body mists that smell like that. So even though the opening was amazing, it was just extremely short-lived. Like I'm talking 5 seconds of that juicy, sweet, authentic banana guava opening, and then just pretty much a coconut sunscreen perfume. All right, another major disappointment that, again, I'm glad was a disappointment because it's a hefty price point for what it is, especially. This was a new flanker to the Chanel Chance line. This is Chanel Chance Eau Splendide. This one looks kind of good. It has a ton of delicious berries. We have violet, iris. I love these notes, but ultimately it was just a really boring berry fresh perfume, and coming in at over $200, there's no need for you to be spending this amount of money for something so basic. And also, might I add, doesn't last at all. Literally no longer than 10 minutes of wear time. You could get way more out of like a $5 body mist from Bath & Body Works than something like this that will cost you over $200, will not last. Yeah, it just, no. Literally smells like a $5 toilet freshener. I'm sorry, I'm being really harsh in this video, but it's just the truth. And the last disappointment of the year is the Plush Vanilla from Ariana Grande. This is just another repeated fragrance that is just something that I see over and over and over again. It looked nice in theory. The notes were sweet, gourmand, delicious, sugary vanilla type notes, but ultimately this is just yet another dupe of a scent like Vanilla Skin from Fleur. So it's just that boozy, woodsy type of vanilla that we see nowadays. every 2 seconds. So definitely nothing new for me personally. I feel like with any of these perfumes, if you don't have other perfumes or smelled a lot of perfumes, then maybe you may find that you like some of these, and everybody has different tastes. Obviously, everything about perfume is subjective, so these are all my opinions. I think we all know that, but I think a lot of my followers generally have similar scent profiles to me, so hopefully this is helpful if you were thinking about getting any of these. I personally don't recommend them, but you can smell them and let me know. If you love them, let me know why you love them in the comments. But yeah, that is it for this video. Those are the worst and most disappointing perfumes of 2025 for me. Stay tuned for my best perfumes of this year. I'm eager to make that video because although there was a lot of duds this year, there was some good ones as well, so stay tuned. But that is it for me today. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and turn post notifications on, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.